Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Thursday, July 18th, 2019. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. You'll notice right here that the ES has pulled back over the last couple of sessions here and is now trading back inside the PEMA trigger zone. The last two times we saw this here, we noted that there could be a bounce out of that PEMA trigger zone, and we've seen that two times in a row. Previously, it came just shy of that zone, but still bounced, and we're now back into that area yet again. The key levels here to watch are the previous session's low and the previous session's close. To get back above that level is very important here, especially in the ES. Holding that 29.81 quarter is going to be very important, even down into 29.80 today. So we've seen a little box form on an intraday basis here, and prices are now back above that zone. So any pullback into that 29.80, 29.82 zone could be an opportunity for bulls to defend today for a shot at seeing another swing bounce to a new high. So overall, this market has been very bullish. It has been very resilient. We've talked about the 29.60 level being kind of the focal point there. If it can't hold 29.60, perhaps we rotate back down at some point. But until that happens, the market remains very bullish, very resilient, and continues to show strength inside this PEMA trigger zone. So again, here we are with another opportunity to see a bounce play, and keep an eye on that 29.80 to 29.82 zone for intraday purposes. Here's a look at the NQ. You'll see right here the NQ is looking very similar. We've had a very clear uptrending market here. We've had PEMA bounces inside the trigger zone time and again here, and now you're seeing another test inside that zone. Again, the market was trading below the previous session's low and close, and now we're seeing kind of a rejection of those prices, a pullback into say 78.65 to 78.70 on an intraday basis provides an opportunity for bulls to defend for a shot at squeezing this thing back to new highs. So overall, this market remains bullish. As we've talked about before, if this market were to fail to hold say 7,800, that could provide a rotation back down some degree. But until that happens, this market remains poised for more upside here, especially after this current pullback. So we'll continue to watch the 78.65 to 78.70 level for intraday purposes. Alright, taking a look now at crude oil. This one is seeing quite a bit of back and forth here after price had pushed through the 55 level. We've seen the price pull back and then take out the highs by a little bit, then it's pulling back some more. Overall, if this market were to test between 56 and 55, that could provide an opportunity to watch for a rejection and perhaps a rotation back up towards 61 at the very least, as this market continues to trade inside this range. So while we are seeing a bounce already, perhaps we need a little bit lower here before we see rejection, but at the moment the idea is to watch for signs of rejection between 55 and 56 for a shot at rotating this thing back towards 61. Alright, let's take a look lastly at gold futures. Again, gold has been mostly sideways, range bound after the June rally. We talked about how bullish that June rally was, how wide that data set was, and usually what occurs is you see a range bound July. This is something we talked about in the last week of June, and we've seen that come to fruition here. We've gotten very, very tightly compressed. I've also mentioned that while 1375, 1380 remains the zone to watch for a test, we may not be looking at a breakout anytime soon. Even after yesterday's bullish session here, we were still coming into the 1430s, which has turned price away over the last few weeks. But overall, even if price were to drop down into the 1375, 1380 zone, that makes for a great zone to watch for rejection and to return it back toward 1440 and perhaps even higher. Alright, that is it for now. We'll see how this develops heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.